I think we're live. I don't know. Are we live? Here, let me see. There we go. We're live. Heck yes. Oh crap. Hold on. I'm moving stuff around on my screen. It gets crazy. Good crazy. There we go. And then this one we'll do here. Perfect. Perfect. Maybe perfect. Is this the one I want? Yeah. Hey, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. It's Joel, live from 3D Printing Nerd Studios. Oh my gosh, a Teams pop-up. Holy cats, hold on. I'm getting rid of that Teams stuff because no one wants that. No one wants that. Lime Doritos for the win, of course. So when we go live, we have to stay hydrated. This time it is a lime Doritos. And it is tasty. I'm going to pop it here in just a bit. Good and good. Late night stream. What's up, Cyber Bob? Hey, Ryan. Cool dudes. What's up, GRW? Alan B. 3D Medic Vince, my friend. There we go. Shervin 2M, sponsored by Doritos. Well, the thing I'm going to put in my mouth, this liquid, definitely sponsored by Doritos. Good evening, Joel. Hobo Banana. Sky Paper. Proof's on top. I got to say it. All the Bambu fanboys will be crying. Wouldn't be an AMA unless we talked about people crying, would it? There we go. Oh, I'm liking the shadows here. I'm liking the shadows. Why they completely changed the naming scheme? Only relevant character is the 2. I hear nothing. Not started for me. Hola. I mind if I poop to this? I mean, do what you want, Steady Trousers. How does the AMS Pro drying work? Hello from Michigan. Hey, everybody. Hey, Joel from Canada. Holy cats. All right. All right. Well, let's just get into it because this is an AMA. All right. Dizzle, what's up? Okay. So do your best to put some questions in the chat. I've got an H2D here. Oh, man. James the Printer, what's up? Darren Bolerduas. Can I get a shout out? You just did. There you go. Is the AMS spool filament faster? It is. Well, hold on. Just whatever you do, make sure you have something tasty to drink. The Aussie Maker 3D, hey, just get your drink here. Just pop it off. Pop it off, throw it at the camera. Prost. Wayne Bronikowski, do you have the laser version? I do. I just set an open bottle of Doritos by my computer. That is not a good idea. We're just going to put you right there. DB. Joel, is this the printer you hoping Bambu is going to release? I'll tell you what, we're going to start. Oh, wait. The Edge of Tech. Hey, Joel, my AI is crazy after the firmware too. There we go. Let's start with that. Edge of Tech. My AI is crazy after the firmware. I tweeted out that when I was printing what's inside of here, it's in CFPET-G. It kept doing AI detection that there was a bunch of filament around the nozzle. And there wasn't. There absolutely wasn't. And I tweeted it out or X'd it out or whatever I did. Our Bambu contact said, please send me the logs. But look at that. Jim's having the same issue. There we go. I'm going to get, hold on. I'm going to get my iPad. Maybe I can follow questions a little bit better. It couldn't be any worse. It's just, you guys are scrolling and by. Quick, drink that Doritos. And then use the rotary. We don't have the rotary yet. That's not out. How large an object can you laser? I think it's like 310 by 250. Dizzle, have you ran any 2-head comparisons? Okay, hold on. Managed to count. No. Okay. Oh, no, thanks. Oh my gosh. Chrome trying to help me. Stream. Okay. We'll get there. It's a process. What the heck are they going to do to fix the TPU compatibility? Tungsten Raider. Fun name. You know, I don't know off the top of my head because, like I said, it sounds like it was an afterthought. That's the unfortunate part. Or it wasn't something that their main consumers. Nomad's Galaxy with a fiber. What's up, nerds? What's up, Nomad? I don't think they This is difficult. Okay. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. I don't want to miss questions. And I figure doing this on my iPad is going to be the easiest way to do it. Like highlighting questions and doing all that. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have to put in a code. Did I get it wrong? Maybe I got it wrong. Oh, 8. Okay, there we go. Enter the studio. Sweet. Open this page in Safari. I apologize. I just slammed a bunch of Taco Bell. Kyle Longstaff, does it smell like 2500? I like that. You guys are funny. I like you guys. Paste. Okay. Move closer to your router if on Wi-Fi. I can't believe it said that. This is not good. Hold on. Wouldn't be a stream without technical issues. There we go. Chat. Comments. Here we go. Okay, so if I do, wait, let's see. Can I? Oh my. Okay, this is awful. I am so sorry. Can I do that? Joe Zankus with a 2. You can see this message reflect on a glass of bamboo. Hey, that's true. Look at that. Any super chats reflect on the glass of the bamboo because you can see it. That's amazing. All right, you know what? We're just going to do it live because that's what we do. All right, I'm going to go as fast as I can. Laser print the tablet 10 watts. The 10 watt laser on this thing it's low powered. Like it's just there's going to be reasons that people use it. I'm not a laser person, so I couldn't come up with cool things other than carving a coaster out of cork. But like that's grade school level stuff, right? So what can you do with a 10 watt laser? I don't know. Where's Tripod? Man, he knows his lasers. Come on, John, where are you? Sky Paper. I saw part of Robert's video. He was kind of biased. Are you talking about Robert Cowan? Not sure. I haven't seen Robert Cowan's video. George H. Have you used the pen plotter more? I haven't had the chance to. I did see some media from Bambu Lab that said, oh, okay, we get to scroll on the computer then. I saw Bambu Lab release some media that showed multiple colors. So like they plotted one color with the pen and then they came back and did another color. And because you're using an XY gantry in a 3D printer, you can go back to the same spot every time. So you should be able to color in your own photos. And that's one of the things I'm going to do next. Can the external spool holder be put on the right side of the printer? No, it sure can't. Not without effort. You can't do a lot with the 10 watt blue diode laser. I agree. Alan B, hope this is in Detroit. It should be. Bambu Lab is going to be there. I would imagine they're going to have their flagship machine there. Did you receive firmware? Oh, gosh, it's scrolling. Okay. Build on sound. Did you receive any firmware updates yet for the AMS2 that it might work with the A1 series? I don't know if you beta testing, but I might suspect you will be. Since I have 2 of the AMS2 Pro units, I know that they've talked about making them work with the A series 3D printers. And since they know I have those, if they do any of that, then you can be sure I'm going to ask for that firmware because I'd love to try it. Bailey's World of Legos, is the warping with heavy filaments any better? I've got adhesion issues on the textured plate using PLA. Yeah. Can I laser toast? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't try. I didn't do much with the laser because I wasn't really that excited for it. The 3D printing function was my first order of business, and the second one was the digital cutter. Making that stupid t-shirt was so cool. It was so cool. Like, I would get along with a Cricut really well. My wife has one. I've never used it. She's really good at it. Oh my goodness. Patrick Buckley, $49.99. Are you out of your mind? Haven't seen much on the H2D ability to do higher temp filament. Have you tried Tolomer or PPA-CF on the H2D? Thank you for that. I'm going to buy dinner tonight, which is wonderful of you. I had Taco Bell for my family. So I haven't done a lot of high temp material testing with this thing. Like I said in my video, I couldn't get everything done in the time that I had it. The trip I took down to Texas and then to New Hampshire and then to Burbank and then to Seattle was during the time where I was testing this. So there was a full week I was out. And I also I had to do other stuff. So I wish I could have tested more. I have Tolomer. I'm going to try it in this machine and see what happens because it's heated and can go a little bit hotter. But my real test of the Tolomer is going to be on the IDEX 22 from Vision Miner because that hot end will go to 500C and that bed says 200, but really 300C. We should get somewhere with that. Wayne Bronikowski, are you and or Bambu going to be at Remurf? I will 100% be at Remurf. In fact, I'm going to be hosting the quiz show again that we did at Smurf. Details are on LinkedIn and on X and on Facebook, but yes, we'll be at Remurf. As far as Bambu Lab, I'm not sure. 10 minutes behind, can see in here. That's fantastic. Oh, okay. Geez. Already ordered mine. Sweet. Is it easy to use as the X1 or does the second nozzle add much complexity in slicing? Bambu did a decent job in adding some functionality in the slicer for you to use that second nozzle. They've added the ability. So if you have a multi-AMS or two AMSs or whatever, it'll tell you filament groupings to waste the least amount of material with purging and with pooping. It does make it a bit complex. Like the slicing, if you're just doing a few colors, slicing is okay. But once you go advanced, it can get a little complex. And in Bambu Studio, syncing to printer information now asks you to remap or overwrite. And it's a little confusing as well. I've made my way through it, but someone who's new, if this is their first machine or second machine, and having that experience within the slicer might be a little bit confusing. The whole laser and cutter thing seems like they made a solution no one was asking for. So the laser and the cutter and all of that, Bambu Lab is a big company, multi-million-dollar global company, huge, lots of employees, started by DJI people. It's a big company. So the laser and the digital cutter, they must have done focus groups, or they must have looked at who their consumers were going to be. Like that, it's not for me. I would rather get a separate laser cutter and a separate digital cutter. But there's going to be a group of people that absolutely adore the crap out of this. And I don't know who those people are, but there's going to be that group. There has to be. They're a business. They wouldn't have done this unless they did research. That's what keeps rolling through my head. There's got to be this research that they did. Nima Problema, use Brim. I use Brim for adhesion with 0 gaps. Yes, I could do that. Jeff Sprints, can I print toast? Yes. I just ordered one without the laser, but I want the cutter. Do you know if I can order it for the non-laser? I haven't seen it on their website yet, but the non-laser, which is this one, it does have the sliding rails to put the attachments on, and it does have the plug in the back of the hot end. It should run the cutter. I'll just put the cutter on. Here, hold on. Okay, here, let me, I'm way behind on the comments, but I appreciate all of you. Let's put the digital cutter on. Why not, right? Let me find it. Cutter. I have a box over here, and it has a bunch of. Aha! I'm leaving the. That can stay there. I'm leaving the guard on because that's a sharp blade. But here, well, let me show you what I printed. So this is going to be some of Make Something's multi-board. the multi-board. And this is in CF PET G. Sticks fine. Blech. There we go. That's going to be an 8x8 section. And then I've got some 4x8 sections here. So I'll just put them over there. Oh, I dropped one. I apologize. And I got some 3x3 sections. Just going to put this in so I don't forget where it is. There we go. I do have this 12x12 section that I printed. I'm going to be doing a really big multi-board project really soon. So that's why I'm testing it on this. Like, it prints well, but like Jim from the Edge of Tech said, his AI detection is crazy after this firmware update. So is mine. Zeb Anderson, have you torn any of it down yet? Can a normal person carry it? Also, I love Doritos. Wish I had some right now. Go get some. It's like 60 pounds, 50 pounds, something like that. I can pick it up. I'm not a normal person, but if you can safely lift like 50 pounds, Kevlar condom, enjoy Canada. See you when you're back, yay. Oh, I might be going to Canada tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. Yeah, tripod. Did someone say, look at that? I summoned tripod. Love it. 3D Print 747. Thanks, Joel. Love the first video on this. Thank you. Thank you. I did my absolute best to give my unscripted thoughts. I had an outline with points that I wanted to make sure I covered, because when you have a first look at a machine, you have to go through some of the things. There's some people online that are like, it's crazy how you and other creators had very similar talking points. It's almost like you had a script. And that is, I can't believe how absolutely dense some people are. A brand new machine comes out, a 3D printer, and 3D printing channels cover the brand new 3D printer. And it's almost like the feature set is something that we have to talk about. And so for all of us to mention similar features, build volume, nozzles, and temperatures, and it's just like, some people are dense, and they have every right to be, but it makes me laugh. Hi from the Philippines. Hey, can't decide between laser and non-laser version. How much do you want a laser? So Jez1234, how much do you want a laser? Because typically you can get really inexpensive lasers that do a lot that are larger than this. So depending on the space you have, if you have space for a 3D printer and a laser, I would get a separate laser. I would get a separate laser. Sebastian, people can be dense enough to make a black hole jealous. Oh my goodness, that is, I want that on a shirt. Billy Price, Aussie 2, best Doritos flavor. I like the lime. I've recently tried to sip some tamarind, and I'm not against it. Like, as far as flavors go, it's middle for me, but I think I need a nice hot summer day where it's got some ice in it, and then I can sip it while sitting in the sun. I'm willing to bet I'll like it even better. Renegade Biker 24. Hey there, chat. Greetings from the state of Arkansas. Greetings from the state of Washington. Kevin Carroll, did you use the default 0.8 millimeter nozzle profile for the 0.8 millimeter print? 100%. I sure did. Can I use the dual nozzle on my P1S? You cannot. I'm sorry. Hobby printing. Hey, ditto. Tangerine or lime? Okay, tangerine. Tangerine is really good. Let's see. Oh, geez. Have you had the chance to compare Bambu Studio 2.0 versus the version before that? Okay, we got to pause the chat here. It is, Mark D. Shark, it is more complex. It is more feature rich, but it is more complex. That's really my take on it right now. Russell, do you know if Bambu plans on making an H2D XL, a big one? No, I have no window into the Bambu Lab. I have none, zero. So I don't know. Zeb Anderson, I like the fruit punch, partly because it has less sugar than the other sodas. Oh, that's true. It is a proper fruit punch. So tasty. Sean Cedarstrom, bacon covered steak or steak covered bacon? I'm going to answer yes, because really none of those options that you presented to me are deficient in flavor. I like all of them. So that's where we go with that. Andrew Rogers, 1999. Are you out of your mind? Oh my gosh, for the surprise stream beverage fund. Oh, we talk beverages. Okay, I've been talking a lot. Get out your sodas, get out your waters, your liquors. Sláinte. All right, we're putting the digital cutter on this thing, and let's see if that changes. Yeah, here's the 2-hole. Oh, it's free. Okay, good. Got some filaments there I don't need. I'm going to take that off. Here we go. Let's see if I can do it without popping the top off this machine. It's gonna make it difficult. I'm just reaching into the abyss, hoping nothing bites me. Okay. Oh, I am all up in its business. Here we go. Okay. A new firmware update has been detected. Cutting module wants an update. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to update. It's going to take 20 to 30 minutes. Gee, mini Christmas. There we go. You can use the cutter on this thing. Happy days. All right. Jazz1234 means I can get rid of the cricket. Yes, you can. Sky Pager, hello from Indiana. SC Edits, you should send me an A1. No. Finally made it to a live in 2025. What's up, Don Hunt? Do you think the A1 series will be able to do a 4 to 16 colors with the AMS2 Pro? I bet they want that to happen. Anthony Vella, do you have to remove the AMS units to remove the top glass to load TPU? Yeah, these are just sitting up here. Like you take them off. I mean, I can tilt the glass a little bit, but yeah. Oh wait. Lisa didn't ask you to lube the lead screws. Yeah, that's true. If you install X1 Plus, when you get that message about lead screws, you see my face on screen, and it's fantastic. John Forrest, how will Trump's tariffs affect 3D printing? Talking machines, filament parts, are prices about to spike? Wrench icon, thread icon, printer icon. I mean filament and printer. Yeah, stuff like that. We really don't know at this point. I know companies are preparing for tariffs. I know that a lot of people are either doing some buys or trying to source parts from places that don't have as high of tariffs, or that don't have tariffs, or trying to manufacture things locally. We really don't know at this point, but I would imagine if things exist how they are now and then tariffs are in place, we'll see price hikes on everything from China. That's my guess. The firmware has been updated. Jeff Matthewson, thank you. Cool. Okay, well, that did not take 10 to 30 minutes. What is that? Oh, the cutting module needs to be calibrated. Well, anyway, that's kind of cool. Luke's Laboratory, what's up? Will it cook me a pizza? Yes, 100%. Can we buy the regular $2,200 unit and get the entire laser kit later? Well, we'll come with the green glass. Yes, I'm told that that's a possibility in the future. I'm told that there is an upgrade kit to go from H2D to H2D Laser. And to do that, there is an upgrade kit. So it comes with the green glass. It comes with the air pump, or you can use an external air pump. And it comes with the 10 watt or the 40 watt and the certain build plates. Producer David, hey, what's up? Sky Paper, sorry. Hey, 3DPN, thoughts on making a video on the H2D versus Prusa XL. Once I have as much use on the H2D as I do on the XL platform, I can absolutely speak my thoughts to it. But right now, that's ahead by a few thousand hours. So I got to get some time on this machine. But in the future, that's absolutely something I'm more than happy to do. If Bambu is listening, sell us a cutter and plotter kit with no laser. Anthony Vella. I hope they do that. I think it would be an incredible misstep of Bambu if they didn't do that. Like, I think the H2D laser and the 10 watt and the 40 watt and that ecosystem should exist as laser forward things that can also 3D print. I really don't like that they've paired the digital cutter with the laser version rather than this, because the digital cutter creates no carbon, no exhaust. It's fast and it's easy, and it would be great in this. So the green glass, because it has to block those dangerous laser beams, it has to block those, so you can't see into it very well. The reason I have this machine here is because you can see into it much, much better, and I actually like that better. SC Edits, how tall are you? Like 6'7"? No, I am not. Yep, the laser is a whole nother beast to deal with. War paint and unicorns. What a fun name. Yeah, I don't necessarily think the laser is a misstep, but I think people need to be careful. Oh, bearded printer. I saw that with a tenor. That was up there. If I missed it, I super apologize, but bearded printer, I love you, dude. This can't, let's see, this version doesn't have the bird's eye camera installed, though. I wonder if the cutter will run. Does it? Let's find out. Oh, touche. Disturbed Medic 167 with a tenor. Cosplay printing related. 3D printing or was the easiest way to get max volume for helmets, i.e. 350. Having the same filaments loaded in either side. That's how you do that. And then find a really cool way to get your seam in there. So the H2D doesn't have the bird's eye camera, which allows you to place things, but it does take the cutter. So I wonder, yeah, the bird's eye camera is not up there. I wonder how hard it would be to install that. I wonder if it's pre-wired. I don't know. I'll have to ask Bambu about that. I don't know. Sebastian with a tenor. I really appreciate your insights. Thank you for being awesome, Joel. Sebastian, thank you for being awesome. Hey, Joel, did your unit come with the same issue on the rear vent and CNC kitchens? Stefan's did not articulate automatically. No, on my laser version, which is over there. Sorry, I didn't bring it over here. The vents articulated. This one has the vents that articulated. I haven't had to pry them open or anything. So, yeah. One solid cube. If only there was a thing that you can use to make a part to modify the printer. Precisely. Print the world, man. Would you recommend P1S or A1 for home use? Yes to both of those. Both of those are great machines. Both of those give you the same build volume. The A1 is less than half the cost of the P1S, I believe, at times. So the A1's not bad. And if you want to cut your teeth on a first printer, the A1's a great way to go. So yeah, the P1S is wonderful as well, but the A1's at that price point, that is, yeah, good. Darren Bolaterus. I'm sorry if I butchered that with a 2. Did my question about Snapmaker get answered? I don't know. I'm going to heart that because I appreciate you. There we go. I hearted it. Could you ask it again, Darren? Okay, everybody look for Darren's question. Patrick H, can you print without a network connection on the H2D? Yes, you can go offline and use USB sticks to print. So you can slice files, take them to here and print, and you don't have to connect it to the interwebs so China doesn't spy on you. Should I purchase a Centauri Carbon or another A1? The Centauri Carbon at $299 is scary cool. If you get the chance to own one, I would totally do that. Bearded Printer, do you plan on printing engineering grade materials in H2D for a future project? 100%, my friend. SC Edits, how tall are you? Like 6'7"? Dude, you've said that a couple times. No, I'm not 6'7". Do you know about the collab with them and X-Tool? Thank you, Darren. Yes, I've seen the collab between them and X-Tool. There is a Tool Changer 3D printer, and it is a collaboration between Snapmaker and X-Tool, and it looks really interesting. And that's all I know about it. I'll reach out to my Snapmaker contact. I don't have an X-Tool contact. John, if you're still in here, if Tripod's still in here, I know he's got a contact at X-Tool. You talk to them, and I'll talk to mine, and we do it. SC Edits, what PC you got? I don't know. It's a laptop. It's a Razer laptop. Yeah. With the Centauri Carbon being half the price of the P1S, what do you see Bambu doing in the future regarding that? Honestly, nothing. I don't see them doing anything. While you look at both and they're enclosed machines that that do similar things. I don't think Bambu is fretting about their P1S. Like, it sells well, and Elegoo Centauri Carbon is sold out at this moment, which makes it difficult. So yeah, I really don't think Bambu is worried, is what I'm trying to say. I really don't think they're worried. Hobby Printing, is the H2D 3D printer just a bigger XL? It is not. It is not. The XL, larger build volume, multiple tool heads. This one, fully enclosed, a lot more automation and automation and calibration and sensors around it. Like, this is something where you take out of the box, you hit print, you're good to go. The XL is more like, it takes some calibration to use it properly, but once you have it dialed in, it can create things that this cannot. There you go. Orca the Cat, Eurito, strawberry fruit punch is the best flavor. I haven't had strawberry yet. I have to try that. Centauri Carbon looks like it'd be a real beast after they get that AMS clone working. 100%. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see a Centauri Carbon with an AMS clone on top of it. I think that could be game changing, because with the Centauri Carbon price at $299 means that we might have, for $500, a fully enclosed 256 cubed build volume with filament changing. Like, it depends on what they price their clone at, but we could see 256 cubed, fully enclosed with an AMS unit on it for $500 or around there, and that's super exciting. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. If they used AI to look at the nozzle, this could be so much faster. They do. This one has AI that looks at the nozzle. Yeah. Agent Shrek with $1.99. I need one so bad. How long have you known Bambu? I've known Bambu since before the Kickstarter ended for the original one. Like, I have lots of people that have that I've worked with there and talked to, and I hope to one day visit the company. I think it'd be really fun to kind of see their outfit in Shenzhen. I think that'd be cool. Just 11 with $1.99. Are you out of your mind? Would you upgrade to H2D from X1C? Yes. Okay, so here you go. So if you have a Bambu Lab machine and you like Bambu and you want to replace it with something bigger and you want to stay in the ecosystem, it's really, really, really easy to just get this and put it in place, and you are good to go, because all the software that stay the same, all the filaments stay the same, your profiles are nearly the same, just a little bit larger, has 2 nozzles, and you're good to go. I would, if you're in the Bambu ecosystem and you want to upgrade, this is super, super easy to do that with. It's just take it out of the box and hit print, just like the X1 Carbon. And if you're already in the ecosystem with the software and the materials, it's a no-brainer. You want to upgrade, just get one of these. It will print incredibly well for you. And but get the bundle, like not the $18.99 one, because the AMS2 is a game changer. Like, get the $21.99 bundle that has the AMS. You'll thank me. Anthony Vella, did you see any noticeable difference before and after using the vision encoder? Oh, man. Okay. We need to talk about the vision encoder. Oh, let me get the plate. Hold on. I kept it over here for there we go. So the vision encoder is this crazy looking plate. It has a bunch of really tiny QR codes on it. Here we go. I'm about to break your screen. Whoa, look at that. There you go. There's your new wallpaper right there. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Perfect. This vision encoder thing, you put it in, and then it measures across all of these really tiny QR codes, and it supposedly does motion system compensation so that you can print more reliably. Like, if this moves 50 millimeters, it's an exact 50 millimeters and not 50.5 or 49.5. The problem is, every time I run the vision encoder, like every time. We're gonna do it now, and I can show you. Oh, let me take the tool head off. Okay. There we go. Let me put this back on. Okay, it's not complaining to me now. Good. All right, we're putting the vision encoder in. Here we go. I'm going to show you what I've seen, and then we can talk about it. Okay, vision encoder is in. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to calibration, motion accuracy, vision encoder. I mean, I could just keep the door open, I guess, so you can see it move. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've been talking like a mile a minute. I'm really sorry about that. John Forrest, vision encoder plate is 1,000 Rickroll video links. 100%. 100%. Oh, man. I currently have a Prusa Mark III and an MMU3, but we'll probably buy something new soon. Do you think I should switch brands to Bambu AMS, buy a Core 1 and wait for MMU3 integration, or get a Mark IVS? If you have the opportunity to get this machine, like the 3D printing side of it is really cool. It does a really good job. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's priced super competitively. Like if we think about the touch button systems that are sold to schools and businesses, if we look at Ultimaker, like the S8, have you priced that out? It's thousands and thousands of dollars. I am not going to say it's not worth it because everybody makes their own decisions, but a lot of the stuff it does, this does. And this is just over $2,000 with that unit up there that automatically switches material. This is not going after the consumer market. This is 100% going after the Ultimaker market. Mark my words. Plate looks like it has plastic still on it. It doesn't. It originally did when I played with it. It's just shiny. Not Bambu related, but do you have any experience with the Creality Raptor Pro? Not yet. I have it here. Someone did $4.99 there. No. What's the longest print you've ever done? From Darren. 7 days. 7 days. There we go. Patrick Buckley, $4.99. Are you out of your mind? It would be awesome if a high resolution scan of that vision encoder plate showed up online somewhere. I mean, that's going to be easy. I'm sure that's out there. I'm sure that's out there. I could probably take that picture. Ultimaker and Stratasys are having sleepless nights. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Hey, I see that giant pass-through back there. Is there a giant pass-through back there? I see a heater. Okay, it's still measuring. How do you think Prusa is going to answer to the challenge from Bambu? I know they made the Core 1 expandable and the XLs due to an update soon. Super good question, Daniel Costache. Costache? I don't know if I can say that right. This is not... I should have been more explicit in my video about this because this is not a competitor to the XL. This exists in a different category than the XL. The XL works for what it does, and it appeals to the audience that wants that kind of machine. The Core 1 is Prusa's answer to the enclosed 3D printer that you take out of a box and start printing. That is Prusa's answer to that. And it's a good answer. Like it is a quality machine, Prusa support backed. I've got a plate of stuff on there waiting to take off. Like I love it. I love the Core 1 for what it is. Their answer, I don't believe, is anything to do with this because I think they're serving different markets. With, like I said in my video, Ultimaker is a great example of what happened when something was consumer focused and then went professional focused. This is Bambu dipping their toes in that lake, that professional lake, because this is competing with a lot of the 5-figure machines that you see at Rapid Plus, TCT, and Formnext. 100%. It's going to be a crazy year. I'm just going to say that. Mr. Medic with a $5, second super chat. So you are the OG Joel. How do you feel about the secondhand Polymaker Joel? Polymaker Joel's wonderful. I love that guy. Like I would give that guy a piggyback ride. And if he's, I don't know if he's watching, could someone go into the Polymaker Discord and just tell Joel Finn that I love his face and I want to give him a piggyback ride the next time I see him? Please, if any of you are in the Polymaker Discord, let Polymaker Joel know. I would love to give him a piggyback ride the next time I see him. Please. RGF, I have not seen anyone talk about $50 high flow nozzle. Oh, they sent me one. I haven't installed it yet, but they did send me one. Joel, is the left and right linear guides made with balls or sintered metal and slide? So, left and right, it's steel tubing. It's tubing. It's not carbon rods, but it's rods. So it's linear rail on the X, and Y is two rods. Yeah. Joel, I have a cool puzzle I'd like to see test print on the H2. What's the best way to send you a file if you're interested? Well, Glenn, email me. Just say we chatted here on the live stream. You have a cool puzzle to test, and I can throw it on this bad boy. Okay, the vision encoder test is done. Everybody, pay attention. Pay attention. Calibration succeeded. Compared to no calibration, motion accuracy improved by an average of 220 micrometers and a maximum of 410 micrometers. So it's saying right now it is improved at between 200 and 410 micrometers, right? Let's run it again. Let's run it directly again, because if it's improved the motion system, then those numbers should change, right? Let's see what happens, because do you remember what they were? 200 and 410, right? Between 200 and 410 micrometers improvement. So let's see if they change. Polymaker Joel said the next tool head is spoon holder for stirring drinks and soups. How true is this? Layer X layer, I'll tell you what. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think the easiest way to get spoons, forks, and knives into a motion system is the Prusa XL. Like you could have the spoon come out and stir the coffee. You could have the knife come out and slice the butter to put into the coffee. Buttered coffee is a thing, right? And you could have the fork come out and stab a few marshmallows and then feed it to me. A tool changer. Fork, knife, spoon are just tools. You guys, I'm thirsty. Hold up whatever you've got to sip next to you and toast to the good times. Sláinte. Tap it. Shervin, buttered sausage is a thing? Okay, who's had buttered sausage? Andrew Kahn, what is the minimum layer height? Is it still 0.8 millimeters? That's what they say it is. But when I did the Hue Forge, I put it at 0.04 and it complained a little bit. And I just told it was being really good and it just did the print. So it's a suggestion. Like I've gone lower. I like butter in my oatmeal. Really? Really, bearded printer. Butter in your oatmeal. Okay. Okay. Dude, Joel, would you buy a standalone laser machine 40 watt or buy H2D with 40 watt laser? I would buy a standalone laser machine. I would get the H2D non-laser and I would go buy a cheap 40 watt laser and then use light burn to control it. That's what I would do. Boy, is there a real difference between the new AMS? Oh, and the new AMS besides filament drawing? 100%. 100%. New AMS, easier to repair. All of the PTFE tubes they're not under the plastic, they're on top. So it's easier to get to. And the filament inlets all have a ceramic piece, which is very resistant to those crunchy filaments. So, and it's faster. Like loading filament is faster. It's so cool. Knackers, you're the best. Oh, I love you, Knackers. I love you. There it is. Oh, okay. We're getting some more questions here. If someone had $2,500 and is just starting out, how would you tell them to spend their money? If we're talking about 3D printing, I would tell them to go get like an Elegoo Centauri carbon and some really fun colored PLA filaments. And I would say, cut your teeth on that. Or I would say, go get yourself a Bambu Lab A1 Mini and some really cool colored filaments and cut your teeth on that. That's what I would say. Don't let the $2,500 budget mean you have to spend it all. I would get something that is well within the budget to cut their teeth on if they're just starting out, And then once they know a little bit more, use the rest of the money or any money that they've accrued since making their initial much lower cost purchase, and then use that money towards something that they now are better informed to make a decision on. That's my thoughts. The laser and drag knife are better as standalone. Laser, yes. Drag knife, though, I could see that being an add-on here and just being cool, right? Right? Is the dual head worth it with one AMS, or do you really need two? Dual head is cool with one AMS because you can always hang an external spool holder right here, and then you can feed a fifth filament in. So think of it this way. You could have 4 different colors of PLA, and then you could have PETG going into the other nozzle and use that as a support interface layer nozzle. So you've got 4 different colors, but you still have support material for all of those colors, so you can make a really high quality print. Whew. Oh, it's done. Hold on. I got questions. There we go. Curious how loud it is compared to the X1C. It is quieter. What is a safe and reliable laser cutter that you'd recommend? I am not a laser person. I don't know. Tripod's Garage was in the chat. I would recommend talking to him. He knows much more about lasers than I do. Yai Badia, how much time and effort does it take to switch between the tools? You slot it on, you plug it in, you're good to go. But once you do that, you have to do a little calibration, and the time for the calibration depends on things. So whatever then that does. Bye, Agent Shrek. Okay, ready. Okay. What were the previous numbers? They were 210. I'm sorry, they were 200 and 410, right? 200 and 410. 200 and 410. So now it says calibration succeeded compared to no calibration. Motion accuracy improved by an average of 223 micrometers and a maximum of 418 micrometers. What? I think I like the idea of this vision encoder plate, but that's stupid. Come on. Compared to no calibration. It's comparing its numbers to no calibration. It should run through something, tell you what it thinks, and then run through the vision encoder. It should know what it has before, and then it should run through the vision encoder and know what it fixed, and then do the delta there. This sort of speak is dumb. They should not do that. It doesn't give me any confidence in the vision encoder plate. Andrew Smith, did I see yours? No. Farts. Okay, Andrew Smith. I got to see it. I'm sorry. Andrew Smith with a $5. Are you getting a demo unit of the $3,000 Flash Forge PolyJet Mimaki style printer? Well, thanks for the $5, Andrew. Maybe. we keep talking to them, and we'll see what they come out with, but maybe. Nothing in concrete yet. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for that $5. That's awesome. Meant save to CFG, then compare. Yeah, sounds like it didn't share the measurements with the interface. Can you hook the AMS one to each? Okay, the AMS, one AMS per nozzle. I'm sorry. The AMS has one out. The AMS 2 Pro, the new one, has one out. So it could only be connected to one nozzle. One AMS can connect to one nozzle. Multiple AMSs can connect to one nozzle. But AMS, one out, one nozzle. Andrew Kahn, $4.99. Are you out of your mind? How do I maximize build volume while using both nozzles? I keep seeing different build volume numbers. Great. All right. Mike Downey, $4.99. Okay, I will absolutely get to yours. Okay, Andrew Kahn. So here we go. This build plate is 350 across, and my logo happens to be 350 millimeters across, and it's 2 color across the entire 350. So in order to do this, I covered this in the YouTube video. So Andrew Kahn, if you haven't seen it yet, go to the channel and watch the latest video on the Bambu Lab H2D. I cover this. What you need to do is have 2 AMSs and you have one AMS plugged into each nozzle, and you have the same filaments in each AMS. So on this build plate here, there's a 25 millimeter section on this side that the left nozzle can't get to. I'm sorry, that the right nozzle can't get to. And there's a 25 millimeter section on this side that the left nozzle can't get to. So if you have the same filaments across both nozzles, it just, well, depending on where you cut your model, it just kind of does it. So that's how that works. That's how you get multiple colors across the full 350 of X. Anybody who's made any content on this machine and says you cannot get the full 350 using multiple colors, they didn't do the work. That's all there is to it. Because I originally thought that, and I did the work, and I did the research, and it's entirely, totally possible. And that's what I showed in the video, and that's what I just showed you here. So anybody who didn't do that just didn't do the work. Whew. Mike Downey. Anyone know if Americans will have to pay 20% tariff on delivery since it's over 800? Hope not, but I'll find out soon. No one knows, man. Nobody knows. We don't know yet. There's a lot of things we don't know yet. All right. Does it optimize speed with two AMSs? Can it unload, reload one nozzle while printing with the other? Not exactly. When it switches over to that nozzle and heats it up, it then makes that AMS come through. It speeds it up. So it speeds it up because the new AMSs are faster. They can load and unload faster. The motors are more confident, is what I said. Yeah. That's too fun. How loud is it compared to the X1 Carbon? It's not. Here, let's start a print. Let's take out this Vision encoder. This fake, this phony. I put it in its protective sleeve. Sleep Pib, can't you just rotate it a bit? Sure, the logo I could have rotated, but if there's something square and you can't rotate it, you just do my trick. I'll clean the plate. I'll clean the heck out of the plate. Where is my, there it is. Hold on. Gotta find, there it is. I gotta find my plate cleaner. You guys, killing me. Just absolute murder. Microfiber cloth. That's the way you do it. Put that plate away for safekeeping. Never to be seen, never to be seen again. There's a lot of stuff in here that's never to be seen again. I'll print some more multi-board stuff. Yeah. All right. Textured. Okay. Textured. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I started a print. Zeb Anderson, I want to 3D print my model. I designed a toilet accessory. If you have any Kohler toilet, I don't know what brand toilet we have, but email me. I can always take a look at it. Test in ludicrous mode. Sure, why not? I could do that. Do you think it's worth getting the P1? I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Like Bambu obviously is totally confident in their P1 series machine, but Elegoo's Centauri Carbon is $299, and it's very, very similar to what a P1S is. And Elegoo is coming out with their own AMS clones soon. It's really hard just not to tell people if they're interested in a P1S to just go get the Elegoo machine, because it's priced so competitively and it works really well. Ty Bry, thanks, Joel. Love your streams. Love you. Donald Snyder, will you do a video comparing this to the K2 Plus? Yes, I have a K2 Plus in a crate right down there. And so I just have to find the time to get that out of the crate. I'll probably do a live with that so that you and I can all witness together what comes out of the box and if it works. And then, yeah, we'll see. Where do you put the second AMS? You put it right on top. It's better if you don't, but so one AMS HT and one AMS 2 Pro fit on top really nicely. Like the dimensions are nearly perfect. If you have a second AMS 2 Pro, you're going to have to build an AMS shelf. Have you noticed any issue with bed heating and adhesion? CNC kitchen video with FLIR camera showed heat discrepancies. Anthony Vella, yes. There's a reason I'm using PETG for these multi-boards, because I was printing in PLA and I tried the smooth PLA sheet. I tried the textured sheet. I tried putting a bunch of Vision Miners nanopolymer adhesive on the smooth PLA sheet or the smooth PEI sheet, and PLA was peeling up in the corners. I believe what Stefan found is true. Like, there are heat discrepancies here. I hope that can be solved with firmware. I hope it's not a hardware thing that's wrong with it. That's why I switched to PETG, because PEI, textured PEI and PETG really like to hold on to each other. And so that's why I can get flat prints that are this big. This really doesn't show up on camera, does it? There you go. Yeah. There we go. May cause dizziness. LMAO. So for 2K, you can't print PLA. So at the corners, it's iffy. The corners are a little iffy. I printed my Hue Forge, which took up a lot of the build plate, and one of the corners did lift a little bit. I kept things in the center for PLA, and it was printing fine. I don't have a heat gun like Stefan has, so I'll try to find one, and then I can do my own tests, and then it'll be fantastic. But until then, I would believe Stefan's findings in that. Have you tried ABS or ASA? I tried, did I? No, I did not do ABS or ASA in this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that sometime. I'll do that for you. Can I plug 2 AMS 2s to each nozzle? Yes, you can. Happy Extruder. Hey, how you doing, man? Yoga Vacuum, how fast is it really? Good question. It's buoyant space. You can use my thermal camera. All right, Ben. Hey, Ben. Okay, here is an upcoming YouTube video. Myself and its buoyant space observe the thermal characteristics of the H2D bed. There we go. Or maybe it's a TikTok. I don't know. But I think it's a great one. We do a video comparing this to the Core 1. Sure, if you have the budget, get this. Compared. Done. This is more expensive, like more than twice the price. But there are so many more bells and whistles in this thing. Like, if this is your jam, get this. If you don't have the budget for this, the Core 1 is a fantastic 3D printer. But if you have the budget to get either one, get this. Now, Robert Hernandez, where'd you go? There you are. Any chance you can do a video of a PLA print using PETG supports on the H2D? Would love to see if the resulting model has layer artifacts caused by temp differences for each filament like the P1S. Sure. I can queue that up next week, probably. Let me see what I can do next week. Yeah. I'll try that. At $9.99, are you out of your mind? Zeb Anderson, do you think the chamber heater could compensate for the uneven bed heating? No. Well, you could. No, because you'd have to set the chamber at like 60 to 65 C, and you're right around that 70 degrees Celsius glass transition temperature for PLA. It's just not a good idea to have a hot chamber with PLA. I wouldn't do that. Any testing with polycarb? Yeah, I think I tried polycarb and I couldn't get it to stick anything. And then I stopped trying. So I need to try again. I think I'm gonna get some like Magic UHT or something. See if that'll hold on. Or actually, Vision Miners NPA would hold on to it. Yeah, I'll try polycarb sometime. I'll go to Polymaker. I'll get some Polymaker like PC Plus. It's pretty good, and we'll try it on this machine. Yeah. Is that printing in normal ludicrous mode? Right now, it is calibrating in normal mode. Have you tested the flatness of the bed? I have not. You can't hear the printer. That's true. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question. I got a CR10 heavily modified. Been looking at the P1S for a few months, but waited to see what Bambu we're going to come out with. So quick question, should I buy the P1S or stump up for the new one? You're going to enjoy the build volume of this better, especially coming from a CR10. The P1S has a 256 cube build volume, which isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're coming from the CR10, you might feel limited. And if you could, if you could actually save up for this one, at least build volume wise, this would be more familiar to you, and you might have a better time with it. But if you have the budget for a P1S and that's it, I would look at trying to acquire an Elegoo Centauri Carbon, because it's really close to being the same thing as the P1S, but it's $299. That might help. Tiny Workshop, how the developer mode works, like the X1C? I think so. I did not try that. I did not. 3D Prints 747 with a tour. That's 2. William Lozada, $4.99. Are you out of your mind? Where do you see the print quality compared to a P1S? I haven't done a lot of printing with the P1S. I've done lots with the X1 Carbon, and this is as good, if not better than that. In fact, let me go get the thing. I'm going to get the thing. You know, the thing. The thing. And the thing. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to get things. I'm going to get things. There we go. So this is PLA. And I mean, look at the surface finish there. Like, that's, I'm sorry. It was printed in this orientation, but I mean, come on, that's really good. That is really, really good print quality. Really, really, really good. That's really good. And it works too. Ready? How crazy is that? What the crap? Like, look at that. What the heck? PLA, like, that's just, it's really good. Really, really good. Oh, and also, I printed a shoe. There we go. It's TPU. Yeah, TPU. Everybody that was testing the machine got this shoe model. This does not fit my feet, not even a little bit. But it looks good. I mean, I can tell it's 3D printed, but the quality is there. You do get things like this right there. Oh, that's too warm. Anyway, yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah. Anyway, those, I mean, models are good. Where do you see the print quality? Oh, let's see. I said it 5 or 10 minutes ago. I think you skipped from Lil Boots. All right, we're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Sorry, Lil Boots. I will fix this. Robert Hernandez. Going back. Going back. Going back. Going back. I'm sorry. Going back. Mike Downey, Andrew Kahn. My goodness. Lil Boots, where was it? Okay, I can't go that far back. Let me see if I can find it another way. Okay. Here we go. I can find it right here. Little Boots, there we go. Little Boots 2 of 4. Fiver. That's a high fiver right there. Assuming they were a similar price, would you rather have an X1 Carbon or a potential P2S, bigger build plate, maybe? Bigger P1S. I think a larger Bambu is what people were really expecting, and we don't need all the bells and whistles that an X1C provides. I think there's enough smartness in the P series 3D printer to produce incredible prints many times over. A P1S but larger, I think people would like beat down the doors of Bambu to get that. I think they would throw their money at it. Yeah. Okay. How does the new AMS work with cardboard spools? It cardboards. It's printing. That's good. Is there a left shoe too, or is it just the right? There is a left shoe. I just printed the right shoe. I knew it wasn't going to fit me, so I just wanted for something for demonstration. If it was going to fit me, like, it needs to be a bit bigger. What's the best value for money enclosed 3D printer? Right now, it's the Elegoo Centauri Carbon. Can you print over Wi-Fi to the P1, the P8, the P1S like the X1C? Yes, you can. The P1S has a potato for a screen, but you can connect it to Wi-Fi and connect to it with Bambu Studio, and you can print over Wi-Fi just like you can with the X1 Carbon. Yes. Can you buy the standard H2D combo without the laser and attach the cutting tool with the right accessories? So yes, we did that earlier in this stream. You can attach the cutter. The problem is there's no bird's eye camera up here, so you don't get the view of where you're placing the design. I don't know if it will still work. I would imagine it should, but you might have to like guess where to put it rather than having the bird's eye camera giving you the image to place it upon. Bob Carnes, if it doesn't fit, is it really the right shoe or the wrong shoe? Dang it, Bob. Dang it. Zeb Anderson, honestly, the P1 screen really isn't bad. All right. David, what up? Let's see. Joel, how's the VFA improvement over the X1C? How much better is the print quality than the previous flagship? Okay, so like I showed, this is a PLA print on the new machine. 0.2 millimeter layers, 0.4 millimeter nozzle, PLA. And like it's really good. Really, really good. I'm not detecting any VFAs. I don't know if it's just this print, but we'll see. Yeah. Joel, was that shoe and TPU from the AMS HT? I have my H2D arriving tomorrow, and I want to print a lot of TPU and debating on buying the HT AMS. So when printing TPU, there's this hole in the back that it spits out, and the AMS HT just acts as an enclosure with rollers. That's all it does. It doesn't do any drying while you're printing. It just acts as something that can hold the TPU and spit it in. So don't think you need to buy the AMS HT for TPU. You just need to reduce the amount of friction that the TPU experiences when 3D printing. If you can do that, you're golden. The instructions for our review units actually had us removing the top and putting some filament boxes on the side and feeding the TPU down from the top using like a bar to have it roll on. Whatever works to get your TPU friction down so you can print with it will give you wonderful results. And if that's an AMS HT, that's great, but you shouldn't have to buy this in order to do it. You can just put it on a nice roller and have it go back here and you should be good. Sean Tadjarin, keep the path smooth. Yes. Juxtapose, no question, just love the unbiased review you posted the other day. I'm a massive Bambu fan, but this one just ain't for me. Keep up the great work. Well, Juxtapose with a $5. Thank you so much. And I try to, in my videos, I try to approach explaining my personal position. Like I said, Bambu sent this for review. No money exchanged hands. They didn't get to see the video beforehand. I just wanted to talk about my experiences, and based on my career experiences, what this means for people and what this means for the industry. And for you to recognize that, it means the world. Thank you so much. Is it true that I can't fire the filament when I'm printing like the Anycubic Ace Pro? That is true. Yeah, you cannot use the filament drying function while printing filament. Actually, here's the funny thing. The original firmware that was on these machines when we got them for review allowed us to do that. You could use the drying function while you were printing. It allowed that. And then new firmware came and it said, no, 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 you can't dry while you're printing. The man is keeping us down. 3D Print 747, can you do another video with NPH? I'll text him. Yeah. Joel, is the AMS2 backwards compatible with the X1C? It is. Yes, or at least there's going to be a firmware coming out to make it fully backwards compatible. But yes, so the AMS2 Pro, that thing right there, should be the AMS going forward, the de facto standard. It's so much better. It's so much better. It's faster. It's more confident in its spooling. And it's so much easier to repair because all of the PTFE tubes are exposed up top rather than underneath plastic that you have to remove. Makes me wonder if there was a bug they weren't able to resolve with it drying and printing. Bearded printer, possibly. They don't give me that information, so I don't get to know that. What are your thoughts on the upcoming WonderMaker ZR Ultra multi-tool changer? Maker Dad, I would love to have my hands on that. I think I've got a lot of really cool experience with machines that I think I could give a fairly decent take on its use. They haven't written back, so I don't know. Let them know I'd like to see it if you're in contact. Brandon Johnstone, do you see to use a recycle box of spool typically come in to create projects with the laser tool? Yeah. You know what? I could see if you get your filament in a box, I bet at some point in the future through Maker World, Bambu Lab is going to have a contest to see what people can make with the laser of the H2D laser with an empty spool box. So if people open up a Bambu Lab spool and there's the box and you kind of flatten it out, and I bet Bambu will have a contest to see what people can make with an empty spool box and the laser. It's just a guess, but I could see that. Michael Martell, can you print offline? You absolutely can. Yes. Drying the filament can cause it to soften the filament, which could cause clogs. I think that's what someone said. Yes. So Nick, if you're drying the filament, so it has default temperatures for certain types, and the lowest temperature is 45 degrees Celsius that the filament dryer can do. And if I was going to use the drying function with filament, I would set it to like 30 C. Something super low. If it was PLA, just something to keep the warm air in there. 30 C, perfectly fine for a spool of filament, and it's not going to soften it. The problem is on the AMS2 Pro, the lowest temperature you can do for drying is 45 C. So maybe that's the problem right there. Kevin Carroll, laser and cardboard, lots of fire. Possibly lots of fire. I've lasered cardboard without fire. You can laser cardboard without fire. You just got to go really fast. Too Fool, does the AMS2 work with the X1C? Yes, it does. Rick Meller with a 5-er. That's a 5 right there. A 2-year, newer, and slightly larger X1 carbon. Heck yeah. Skip the laser. The H2D is an expensive yet worthy upgrade, in my opinion. Still no real competition. I think you've got a really good point there, because it is an upgrade from the X1 carbon. And I think I stated that in the video, because this is not a revolutionary step. This is all technologies we've seen before in 3D printers even, but this is a logical next step for Bambu as far as taking their flagship machine and upgrading to something. This is not an evolutionary step. This is an upgrade. I agree with you there. 6 of 3 favorite filament dryer overall. I do like the Polymaker one because I did that video on it, and I can have 1 dryer and 2 pods. It's kind of fun. Seb Anderson, they are planning an automatic CO2 fire extinguisher. Oh, that's cool. I'd love to. Cool. AMS Gen 1 work with H2D. Yes, you can hook up a Generation 1 AMS to this machine. No problem. Works great. That's what I used for my HueForge in the video. 1 AMS2 Pro and 1 original AMS. Andrew Joel, your garage sales must be fire. Yeah. You think I have time to have garage sales? It is 9:43 Seattle time, and I'm here talking to you guys. It's because I love you. 6:03. Oh, I missed the video. Go watch it. 6:03. Okay, everybody on the stream right now. I made a really cool video on the Bambu Lab H2D, and there's chapters, so you can skip ahead. It's on the channel. Lots of people have seen it. If you haven't, though, go watch it. Tell me what you think. Chopped and Screwed Customs. Is it worth buying as a first printer? Yes, it is. But let me counter with, if you have that sort of budget, if you have the $2,000+ in order to buy this as a first printer, what I would suggest doing is buying something less expensive to cut your teeth and to learn. And then once you have more knowledge, then look into buying this or another 3D printer with that money you've saved and any additional you've come up with. Because this is a lot of money to spend on a first printer. It's not bad by any means, and you'll have a great time using it, but there are so many really, really good lower cost options that you can cut your teeth on as your first machine to give you that knowledge to then buy something more expensive and bigger and more feature rich. That would be my suggestion. Joshua Mandelvaz, is there space for 2 AMS on top? Yes. They hang off the side like wings. Seb Anderson, question for my dad. What's your best way to make money 3D printing? Well, if you find out, let me know, right? I create content about 3D printing, and that allows me to make revenue to support my family, so my kids don't have to fight over ramen packets. But for your dad, Zeb, what I would do, tell your dad that one of the best ways to make money at 3D printing is to find a problem that 3D printing can be a solution for, and then create the thing that solves that problem, and then find out who else has that problem and print the things for them to solve it, and then find more people that have that problem and possibly print the things and sell it to them via an online store. That's one way to do it. Saw a question up there. Someone, where'd you go? Will you be at Rapid Plus TCT, Andy? Yes, 100%. I will absolutely be there. Proceed. And it never hurts to have 2 printers. That's 100% right there. Dude, is Prusa out in your opinion versus X1C or H2D or Core 1 or XL worthy comparatively? Not my first printer. Want reliable and moddable. Reliable and moddable is going to be the Core 1. X1 reliability, the XL reliability is there, but some people do still have some issues, and I don't believe it to be as moddable. The Core 1 is looking to be a printer that people can mod certain ways. Someone actually modified the sides to have the spool holder inside the space rather than in the cutout. If you want modability, I would look at Prusa machines more than I would look at Bambu machines, just at the base. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Shervin, Joel, is the screen on the H2D better in quality than the X1 Carbon? I haven't had any problems with the screen on the X1 Carbon, but the H2D screen does seem to be really good. Like, it's really good. Nerd Talker 2 with a $5. Is there still LiDAR for bed leveling or first layer inspection like the X1C? Not that it did anything. Is bed leveling adaptive mesh like A1? Bed leveling is nozzle touch, and it does that. For flow compensation, rather than doing the lines, it's got sensors in the back. So as it's extruding filament, it can sense it, like a load sensor maybe or something. First layer inspection, no, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. Yeah. Doesn't the H2D maintain a temperature range inside the printer? It can. It doesn't have to, but it can. Yes. Have you seen any issues with the eddy current nozzle calibration? I have not. I have not. And my well, here we go. So this is a print done with both nozzles. Here, I'll even bring it close. There you go. This is a print done with 2 nozzles, and there is a seam right down the middle. Can you see it? And I ask that because I use the eddy current version of nozzle offset calibration. Ready? You see the seam? Right there. Do you see it right in the middle? Yeah. I mean, it's not perfect. You can see a little bit of stuff in the R, but other than that, that looks pretty darn good. That looks pretty darn good for the split being right there. So I think my nozzles are, the offset is calibrated, I think is the way to say it. So it sounds like the AMS2 can dry if you use the upgraded external power supply. If you have one AMS2 Pro, there's enough power in the line to do drying on one. If you have more than one, you need the external power supply, is kind of what I was told. Toolful, you've been the best source of info by far. Thank you, Joel. Well, I mean, I appreciate those kind words. I have experience with this machine, and lots of people don't, and they have questions on it. So I'm just really happy that I can answer questions. Hard to see, but in right light can see. Yes, in right light you can see. But I think in saying that the eddy current method of nozzle offset calibration is good, I think is apparent in that print. That's what I'm saying. Anthony Village, you need to connect the AMS HT to mains power for drying too, or can it be powered by the printer directly like the AMS2 Pro? Ooh, I think you need power on that one. I think you do. It comes with a power connector, whereas the AMS2 Pro does not. So I think because it comes with it, you have to use it. We make a video daisy chaining 4 AMS Pros with 8 AMS HTs from S's World. Yes. I will ask Bambu about that. Yes. Epiku for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Thank you. Thank you for being you and being positive on social media. I appreciate you. Be well, be you. Oh, Epiku, thank you. Bless your nerdy heart. Prusa MMU3 or Bambu AMS2? AMS2, 100%. The MMU3 is great. Prusa has done a good job iterating the MMU and getting to the point it's at. But that said, the AMS2 Pro from Bambu is the best by far. It's better than any of the clones. It's better than what other companies have. The AMS2 Pro has laid down the gauntlet. It is the best by far multi-material handling system. Full story. Can you laser directly onto a 3D print? Probably. The H2D looms over you. Such power. It's watching me, isn't it? Kevin Hogan, $4.99. You out of your mind? Can I turn the heater on in the AMS2 Pro and deactivate the rotation so I can print and heat at the same time? You cannot. That is not something that Bambu allows at this time. The MMU2 made me lose faith in Prusa. My unit literally never worked. I know the MMU2 had issues. Yeah, like I get it. The MMU3 is better. It's not perfect, but it is much better. And the Core 1 really shines as far as an example of what Prusa research can do. If you ever get the chance, just try the Core 1, 6-3. Just if you can try a Core 1 or see a Core 1, it might give you some better insight into what current Prusa can do. Your Doritos is going to get warm. I know. Okay. Get something tasty next to you and sip it, you guys. Love you. Oh, so good. So good. Steve N2JXL. Thanks for being a member, by the way. 24 months. It's crazy. Can you slice or print without an internet connection? 100%. Yes, you can. You just put it into offline mode, developer mode, and you use the USB stick and you carry the G code over, you put it in and you print and you're off to the races. H2D has an NPU processor, right? If so, why? I don't know the answer to that, Jeff. I wish I did. I got some lemon iced tea here. Yum. They're doing a good job at making Prusa look cheap. I think they're doing a good job at making Prusa look like they're shooting at different baskets. I don't think Bambu is shooting at the same consumers that Prusa is attempting to get. I don't think that's the case. And that is a longer conversation that we can have over drinks someday. I promise you that. Can you print PPA with it? Yes. Yes. SS World, many people complain about the laser outputting soot and dust. Do you think or have experience of this as a problem, or is it not a problem? Thanks. Excuse me. Lasering things inside an H2D will create a mess, an absolute mess. The inside of my Glowforge is awful, just awful, covered in soot and dust and gross stuff. And you have to constantly clean off the camera, wipe off the tube. Like it's just all over inside there. And the problem is you're going to get it all over the parts that you 3D print with. So you're going to have to clean those off. And I'm not saying that it's not going to print afterwards. There are dirty machines that still print fine, but it's going to stink and you're going to have soot all over and it's just gross. That's it. Any clogs yet? What are the failure modes so far? I've had the AI detect nozzle clumping when there hasn't been any. That's one failure mode. I did have, I was printing with a 0.2 millimeter nozzle and it was lifting from the build plate and then it started to slide it around and it was using a firmware before they implemented the AI detection. So it didn't detect it. I saw it and I was like, stop. So there's that. Yeah. Kiz Devon, how fast is it? Once we get to layer 2, let's try it. I don't know. Does the AMS2 Pro solve the spool hop when it starts getting low? No. Sadly. Joe, what is your favorite, biggest FDM 3D printer? Right now, it's this one. Right now it's this one because I have it right here and I'm using it and it works and it's great. 603, thanks for becoming a member here on YouTube. You can be a member on YouTube and you get the little thing next to your name and it's kind of fun. And it supports me. So 603, thank you. But I've got the Prusa XL upstairs. And when I was working on a project with that, I just used that all day, every day. And I was like, this is my favorite. I love this. So my favorite wanders. I've got the FL Sun S1 Pro right there. It's never my favorite though, because it's too loud. With a bigger, Michael Martell, oh, will the bigger laser cut clear acrylic? It will not. It is a blue diode laser. It will not cut clear acrylic. Tinted or dark acrylic, it can get through that. Its point space has done that. But clear acrylic, it will not do. Does the e-stop work in 3D printer mode or just laser cutter mode? It works in all modes. The e-stop, it just cuts power to the machine. You hit that e-stop and the machine powers down right away. It is a physical disconnect of the power. 603, hey, good night. Good night. Have you seen the Bondtech index filament swapping? It looks like it could be amazing from Calvin Carroll. Yes, I've seen it, and I'm gonna see it at Rapid, and I'm just gonna go up to it, and I'm just gonna hold it because it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Ian Strange, did you get a chance to answer how the precision and tolerances are? Have you had any chance to test? I haven't done any precision tests, but like this thing, that's a pretty good thing. The tolerance is there to make this entire mechanism lift back and have all these separate parts and stuff. And so, while granted, it's not like measuring a 1 millimeter hole and a 2 millimeter hole and a 3 millimeter hole, I've still got some really good filament examples showing the extrusion is calibrated really well. Michael Martell, thanks for being awesome and answering my questions. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to get ready. I got to shoot tomorrow. So I got to go really soon though. Steve, N2JXL, is this pre-production? Is this the real pencils down retail unit? Don't know the answer to that. I want to say it's the pencils down retail unit, but I can't prove it. I'll ask though. Does Prusa or bigger spools fit in the new AMS? Prusa spools do. There's one right there. Here, wait. There we go. Look at that. That's a Prusa spool. And it rolls just fine. Bigger spools, no. Prusa spools, yes. Printed solid spools, no. Did you ever try the bacon? No. Through the Frame, hey man, how you doing? Through the Frame did this really cool mod for TPU on the H2D. It's got this little thing that holds kind of like the tube there on the head. Looks good. Look at that thing shaking. I know. It's got vibration absorbing feet. It's no hula feet, but it does have those. Oh, hey, let's make it go fast. Here we go. Okay, before I go, we're gonna make it go fast. And speed. Okay, speed is standard. Let's go ludicrous. Okay, it's moving. So it says ludicrous is 166% of normal speed. Yeah. Build on sound, yeah. Yeah, the door opened all the way. Look at that. Didn't hurt it. Luda! The AMS2 has a TPU bypass, or is that the H2D? The AMS HT has the TPU bypass, and then the H2D has the TPU hole in the back. How does that change the print quality? That's a really good question. I don't know. I'm just going to let this go. Why not, right? Let's see what happens. Let's get crazy. I really got to go. Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock. I really got to go. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for jumping on this. Thanks for jumping on this really just quick late night stream. There's been so many videos on the H2D, not just people that have it, but people that don't and that have speculated about things. And there's been so many questions about build size, build volume, how big can you print with both nozzles? I just kind of wanted to get in here and answer some of those questions and provide some really good, honest, truthful information about stuff. So I hope that came across. But thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed your Doritos or whatever you had. And I'm just gonna, I gotta pack up and get to bed because I'm leaving it like in the morning. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me on the stream. You made this fire awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more, fight for a cause you believe in. 3D print all the things. And as always, high five. There you go. Have your drink. That's so good. All right. Everybody have a wonderful night. Stay hydrated. That's that. Yeah. Stay hydrated.